I see business plans with so much unnecessary fat in them that they could be started for a lot less money if you trim these things out. Tasha asked a question earlier, what is my advice to start a business on limited capital? I guess a couple of things. First of all, is it physically possible and viable to start that business on limited capital? Obviously one thing I always talk about is that I see business plans with so much unnecessary fat in them that they could be started for a lot less money if you trim these things out. But if almost like the exact opposite of that is, certain things cost a minimum amount to do. It will take a certain amount of time to generate sales and generate income and cash flow and profitability. So you obviously need to make sure you've got enough run money to get to that point of profitability. Otherwise, you could fall over before you even get out the blocks. So first of all, make sure your business can be started for the limited amount of capital you've got. And also, look, we've talked about this. I remember talking about this a week or so ago. If the business takes X amount of capital and you've only got this, I've talked to you a lot about finding creative methods of fundraising. Don't just think in terms of bank loans. Could you look at personal loans? Don't just think in terms of loans. Could you look at credit cards and overdrafts? Could you get your customers to pay up front, heavily up front? Very heavily up front in return for a massive discount, just ways to get cash into the business. So there's, again, depending on your business and your business model, there's always ways to create extra cash flow, but there are also limits to reality. And maybe, just maybe, that business at that particular time, with the amount of capital you can get access to, isn't the right business for you at that time. And don't let that put you off. I'm not trying to be negative about it. I'm the one who's always talking to you about finding creative ways to achieve what you want to achieve. But sometimes, at the end of the day, if you are a newbie in business and you've got no money and very little business experience, and you need to start a business, and you want to start a business that needs £10 million to set it up, I'm sorry, all the positive thinking in the world is not going to help with that. You need to put that business on the back burner and start with a smaller business and build that business and make money from that, and then move on to the next step and the next step. Because every time you do more business and make more money, you will also further your contact base, improve your network and improve your education and problem solving, etc. Think creative, be positive, but also be realistic, Tasha.